Hi all, I haven't got time for a proper video, but I thought I'd just quickly show you some of the stuff going off to the shop today. So we've got 4 headbands. That's a sparkly black and a white black, and then black and white eared ones. We've got 4 lots of my face scrubbies done, and that's packs of 4s. And we've got a large Mrs. Santa Gonk and a small Mrs. Santa Gonk, a large Mr. Santa Gonk, and a large, small and large of them, and then a small and large of the elves, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scrunchies also going. The teddy you see there is not finished yet because I ran out of yarn. I have more, I just haven't finished it, but that won't go to shop, that will go up on the website. But that's what's going. And if you've noticed, there is a new Craftiosity box which I will be filming hopefully today. The other one's still sat on the table, that's how little time I've had to do anything else. But that's what's going to go today, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. Bye! Hi all, you may see Mally wandering in the background. He's making me a cup of tea and getting me a Pepsi, because I'm very tired. Can you tell? Long time no see! I've missed you all. I've just not had time to film. So, this is a sort of catch-up chat. Show you what I can show you because most of it's gone, but I thought say hi because you know I haven't, so I thought happy Christmas, happy winter solstice for those of us who have already celebrated. Sorry it's late. Celebrated yesterday and Friday and Saturday. Well, but basically I celebrated Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I had a Christmas movie night with my nephew on Friday, and then we played games. We played card games and board games on Saturday, and my nephew stayed another night and we played more card game and board games the next day. No, we just played card games the next day. We played Benny's, which is different name than most people know it. I grew up knowing it as Benny's. I don't know what most people know it as, because I've noticed when you search Benny's on Google, it's a completely different game. So I don't know. It's kind of like, I suppose it's kind of like Rum, but you have a wild card in it. You have to make hands. You just have 7 cards and you have to make hand and be the first to go out. And you can do 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, run, but they have to be all the same suit. 3 or more cards, and then 1 card, starting with the 8th, working your way up to the king each round you go, is a wild card, which can be any card. And then if that person, another person has that card you've used as a wild card, they can swap it and then use that wild card for their own one. Hope that makes sense. But we played that, it was great. I got my ass kicked on the first round. I broke 100, because it's a scoring game. Sorry, I broke 100 in the second round. The aim is to have the lowest score. I really got back. I got caught for 63 points on the first hand, 25 on the second hand. No, sorry, 53 on the first hand, 63 on the second hand, 25 on the third hand. I finally won the fourth hand. But on the second go round, I actually did well. I didn't break 100 until we were until the 9th round. So that was good. No, 10th round. That was pretty good. Basically, each card is worth its face value, and picture cards are worth 10. Ace is worth 11, and if you get stuck with a Benny in your hand, it's worth 25 points. I didn't get stuck with a Benny, but I did get stuck with a whole hand because some people went out really fast. But it was a really good night. My nephew learned how to play that game that night. He actually won the second hand we played, so he was super excited. But we had a really good night. And then they watched Star Wars, and then Duncan went out last night and watched the new Star Wars movie at the cinema with my brother. So I was going to come on live, but I really wasn't feeling very well. So I just sat and crocheted. That's another reason I haven't been on for a long time. I've actually been quite ill. I'm super busy, and I think the stress of it has made me really quite thick. I'm permanently nauseous, permanently headached, permanently absolutely fatigued, and it's just been a nightmare. This morning, touch wood, I've woken up and the head's copeable, and the nausea is minimal today, so I thought I'd get a video done. So those who have been paying attention to my social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok now. My niece got me on TikTok. I started up in 2 different shops. The first one I went to, Phoenix Emporium, I actually rent a space, a 6x6 foot section on the floor. It's all broken up into 6x6 foot sections, and people rent spaces. It's £140 a month, so it's not cheap. And I've had most of my stock there. I've had a few sales there, but not many. I'm going to have to pull out because it's just I've not made enough money to cover my pitch. So I'll give my notice and I'll pull out in January because I've already paid that amount. Because you pay for your first month's rent and then your last month's rent in advance. So I won't be staying there, which is a shame. It's a really nice place, and if you're ever in Salisbury, I recommend checking it out. It's called the Phoenix Emporium, and it's on Tollgate Road. But they have loads of wonderful stuff, but it's just not the right fit for me because they're more of a vintage, antique, handcrafted shop. And there are other crochets and things in there, and sewers and things, but I've sold a few of my kits, but none of my actually handmade stuff, just the pre-made kits that I buy as my craft supplies that I sell. And so it's been a shame, but it's not really worked out there. But the other shop I'm in, which is called 36 Salisbury, because it's on 36 the High Street in Salisbury, and so it's run by the council. It's a part of the experiments they're doing to improve Salisbury, because you know we had that poisoning and thing and business is down. Most of that's actually because the rents are so high, nobody can afford to rent the shops. But the council got hold of a shop for us, and there's, I think it's about 80, I can't remember. No, I don't think it's that many actually. I don't remember how many people it is, but there's a whole bunch of artisan, so handcrafters. I'm the main crocheter. We have a main knitter who does hats and scarves. We have a fudge maker, an ice cream maker, a cider maker, a mead maker, a woodworker, a needle felter. We have artists doing their paintings. We have cold pressed grapeseed oil. It's made local. She sells that. We've had a pop-up cafe. We've had children's clothes, mosaic stuff, glass work. There's all sorts of different artisans, and it's a wonderful little shop. They take 20% of our earnings, but I have sold so much there that I've still made quite a lot of money. Quite a lot for me. That is not enough to have my own job, but you know, it's covering my costs and making Christmas quite nice. So mostly I have some of my other stuff there, but that's not really sold. But my toys are selling faster than I can make them. I've had a small, medium, large and extra large teddies. They've all sold and I've made a lot of them. And I made the gonks by Ling Ryan, I think it is. I'm sure it's Ling Ryan, Hooked on Patterns, but she has like a Mrs. Claus and a Santa Claus, and then I turned the Santa Claus into an elf. But she has a whole bunch of different gonk patterns. But I've sold loads of them, and then there's these little elves. I made them a few years ago. I can't remember who does that pattern now. I haven't got it on me. I don't know how, let me have a look, see if it's just here a minute. I can't reach the floor in my chair because the camera don't go high, so I've got to scoot. Coming back. No, I don't have the little elf pattern, but yeah, it was Ling Ryan for the Hooked on Patterns. This is one of them. This is the Mrs. Claus. So, can you see that? But yeah, so I've done her thing. They're really reasonably priced. I do recommend buying these patterns. They're so cool. I don't buy a lot of patterns, but those ones are really good. But yeah, so I sold all of them. several times over and sold the little louse several times over, to the point that the original turnaround for the shop was supposed to be 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks we'd find out what we sold and we take new stock in. It ended up being 2 days that almost everybody had to take new stocking, and it's been that turning over. I take something in on a Saturday and it's sold out by the Monday, quite literally. So I was supposed to take more in this weekend, but I haven't been feeling well, so I didn't. So I do actually have 2 of the teddies to show you, the small and the extra large I have to show you. I haven't got the mediums and the large done. So this is the small. Now I've done them in lots of different colours. The rainbow one sold out so fast I had to buy more yarn, but they didn't have any in Salisbury. I had to order it in, so I had to do different colours. But so this is the little bear, and those of you who have watched me for a while will recognise these as my pattern that you can follow. So this is this one, and then that's the small. This is the extra large. You can see he's quite big. And again, this is my pattern. I have 2 patterns, a small and a large. The small and the medium are made with the small pattern, but the small's made with the DK, and the medium, which I have a head here, I can show you the head. The medium is made with 2-ply or chunky yarn. This yarn doesn't come in chunky, so it's 2-ply, but the rest of them I make in chunky yarn. So that's the small, and that's the head of the medium. And it will actually sit just there once it's done. That's just, each size sits one head above the other size, so you can work out the sizes. So those 2 are the same pattern but made with DK weight and chunky weight. And then my extra large, this one, and the large are made with my large pattern. This one is made with, again, normally chunky, but in this case, because of this yarn, it's 2-ply yarn. This is the Stylecraft merry-go-round, which is wonderful. So he's made 2-plied up on a 4mm hook, and this is 2-plied up on a 4mm hook, whereas the large and the small are made single-plied DK weight on a 3mm hook. But yeah. So eventually the large will sit just under here, and then the medium, as you saw, will sit just under the large's head, and then the small sits just under the medium's head, so they all sit quite nicely. But they all have my little labels that you have to have to legally sell toys in this country. So my little labels. But yeah, those, I've made so many of them over the last thing, it's just constantly making, and I kind of wore myself out. So I ended up taking other stuff into the shop instead of just my toys. I had some of my shawls and cowls and scarves there already, but the display for them isn't very good. They were folded up on a shelf, but I've now taken a mannequin in for them, and that some of the stuff's now displayed on the mannequin, and they're going to cycle it, so hopefully that will help sell it more. But I also took in some face scrubbies. Again, the pattern for that is one of my tutorials. I actually took in the lemon peel versions because I think they're prettier. They're the ones I tend to make by default. So the round ones and some square ones. So I took some of them in, but then I also took headbands in. So I took a whole bunch I had left over from a craft fair, and a few of them sold. They've been loving them. They asked me for more, so I had to take more of them in. And then I had a lady contact me after the craft fair. She didn't make it down to the craft fair in the village, but I know her anyway, and so she contacted me and asked for some headbands. So she bought 5 of them then, and then she's contacted me for some more, as well as my scrunchies. So she's already bought one of these, and now she has matching scrunchies to go with them. So that one will go with that one, that one will go with the one she's already got of them. So they're my little black scrunchies. So if you notice, I'm actually wearing them. I don't know if you can see. I love them. So there's them. And then she also had a yellow and green headband, so now they have those scrunchies to match the yellow and green headbands. There was a headband she had with my fox colour, the colour I used to make my fox toys, but I didn't have any of that in DK weight, so she hasn't got a scrunchie for that one, which she didn't mind. But then she also ordered a new headband and matching scrunchie, So we've got that one and another pink one with matching scrunchies. So these all going to the same lady. She's a returning customer, and so I don't mind making whatever colour she wants. So I've done all them, and that's basically all I've got to show you of what I made. I've made loads more stuff, but they're all at the shops, so I can't show you. Those who have been on my social media would have seen photos of most of that stock. So if you're on my Instagram or my Twitter or my Facebook group, no, my Facebook page, I think I put some of the pictures on my Facebook group as well. But there's pictures of a good chunk of the stuff, like the original teddies that went into the shop for the setup and everything. But that's all I've really got to show you of what I made, because it's all gone. And I'm not complaining that it's all gone, because it's fabulous that I've sold it all. But wow, I cannot make it fast enough. Duncan is helping me make it, and we still can't keep up with the demand at the moment, which is a good problem to have, really. But you know, it's not too bad. That extra large teddy goes for £35. So I thought nobody would buy it. It was just them in the shops. I had 2 of them in there just to grab people's attention to the area so they'd buy the small ones. And yeah, the small and the medium and the little Laos and the Gonks, they've sold loads and loads of times over. But even the extra larges and the larges sold, which I thought was only, you know, fair, low chance of selling because I charged a proper price. But they've done really well, so I'm really pleased. I did plan, I made something with my sister, I did plan on filming this. We did start filming it, but actually it was really quite hard. And so in the end we just turned the camera off and had fun building it. And that's this little box. It's actually a little dial box that locks, and you need to do the combination to unlock it, and then you have keys that open it up. And this, the top bit, you can just turn, and that just opens to a little section there. But this was really good fun, and I'm planning on buying more and doing them all on camera. The main reason my sister helped do this is she was here at the time, my twin sister, and she wanted to help, but you have to cut a lot of the dowels down, and those who have been around enough know that I'm not particularly safe cutting things hard, because I tend to accidentally slip the knife, and it goes bad places and stab myself and things, so I don't use sharp knives very often. Not if it's got to cut something hard like the wood. If I can remember the combination a minute, I will open this and show you the inside. I did write it down somewhere, but I don't know where. I'm good like that. Trying to think. Did you hear the click? I remembered it. So it opens up like that, and then this is the little catch that moves, and then these keys, you turn these, I don't know if I can, oh yeah, I can do it with one, there we go, and it opens up a little compartment in there to keep things in. So it's not a big compartment, but it is quite cool the way it works. You know, the key turns it back down again, and then to close it, you do like you do any other thing. You turn the dial, and now it's locked. So it's a really good little box. As I said, you can't really keep much in it, but you know, if you've got something tiny that you want to keep in there, it's quite good. But I'm going to buy some more of them and do them on camera, because they were really good fun. What I might do is get this one again so that I can do it on camera, but get Duncan to pre-cut all of the dowels for me, and then we should be good to go. But my wholesaler can actually provide these for me, so I may end up buying a bunch in to sell as well. I don't know, we'll see. But it was really good fun. They do all sorts of different ones, so hopefully next year you should see a few of them appearing. I am going to get round to doing the actual Craftiosity box kits. I haven't made them yet. I will do, just not enough time. I'm also studying, doing my uni, obviously my uni work, and this last TMA had to be on December the 5th, but I had an extension because I wasn't too well, so I wasn't getting it done as much as I'd liked because my head just wasn't working properly. I've already had the results back. I done well, I passed. I was pleased because I was actually convinced I was going to fail because I thought it was awful, but I passed. and I passed quite well, so I'm happy with that. It wasn't as high score as I would have liked, but it was not a bare pass, it was a good pass, so I will take that. So yeah, between the studying and the shops, I've not had time to do anything to do with YouTube. It's not been possible. That something has to give, otherwise my body would give. And excuse me, sorry, and YouTube was it, because as much as I love doing this and I miss all of you, this is a fun thing for me, whereas the business and my study are two major factors in my life that I hope to improve my life, so I have to stick to doing them first. What else? Obviously I celebrated already, though I am going up my mother-in-law's on Christmas Day, so my present from her will be then. But my middle son came round yesterday, and he bought me these books. How cool are these? So we got the Kaleidoscope Colouring Mermaids and More. I don't know if I can show you it, there you go. But it's really pretty. So I will be colouring them. I won't use the pens that are on it, I'll use my nice colouring pencils. And this one's Kaleidoscope Colouring Unicorns and More, so let me show you that. There's unicorns in it, I promise, the pages aren't flicking to show you very well. I'm not showing it very well, but there is unicorns, I promise. Really pretty ones. I mean, look at that, isn't that pretty? Can you see that? Hopefully you can. So yeah, my middle son got me them, and they were really lovely, and I'm super pleased with them. My eldest actually got me this kit, which way up? This way, I think. It's a nice little case. Those who do 5D painting might have seen this kit before, they might have it themselves. Oh, that way up. Nearly opened upside down. So it come with loads of accessories, and all of these little pots. And there's 60 little pots, so I can put my little 5D gems in there. And it came with loads of different pens to use. Came with 2 different types of tweezers, some other little boxes. Let's see if I can pull them out. But this came from Amazon, if anyone's interested. Just look for the 5D painting kit, storage kits, and you can find them. So I've got these cool pair of tweezers. Got quite a large tray, as well as your usual little small tray. I'll get all these out in a minute. So many. Okay, so we've got this one, it's got the little end on it, and the normal. And then this one, it's even got a little holder thing on it, you know, normal end that side, and then you got a long end there. This one's got, let's say, smaller long end. This one matches that one, so 2 of them, 3 of them. This one's a double-sided. These are just flat, so I'm guessing they're for you to squish and make your gems straight, which is really cool. This one comes with a wheel, so I think I'm guessing that's the same process. You can use it to make sure you got your gems straight. I don't know. It's funky. And then another one of the little end ones with the normal end. So you've got quite a few. Another pair of tweezers. These are plastic, and honestly, they don't actually open up properly. I'm not impressed with them, but the other ones are brilliant. 2 little cute spoons to help spoon your gems, which is really cool. A whole bunch of the wax. Got 2 of these little trays, so these open up, put little ones in, so they're really cool as well. Got a lovely little bag, and inside there it actually gives you a bunch of sticky labels, some with numbers already on and some for you to write there's 2 of those plain ones in there, so that's really cool. And then the last thing it comes with is this, which is some kind of tape, I think, but I don't actually know what it's for. Yeah, it is a sticky tape. I don't know what it's for. Does anyone want to tell me what that's for? I ain't got a clue. But it's a really nice kit. So yeah, my oldest Cut, the one that doesn't like to be on camera, he got me that, and Reese got me the books, which are really cool. My youngest Malachi, bless him, he gave me some cash to buy what I wanted with, so I've actually bought myself a pair of Bluetooth earbuds, memory foam earbuds. I have very, very sensitive ears, and most earphones and headphones really seriously hurt. I can't wear, like Duncan loves the ones he gets with his Apple phone, so they're not Apple Pops, that's the wireless ones, they're just the normal wired ones that come with your phone. He loves them, and he's actually just bought some wireless ones that look identical. They look like Apple Pods, but they're not. They're the cheap knockoffs. But we're not fussed, you know, if they work, they work. But they really hurt my ears. I can't use them, whereas Duncan loves them. But I managed to find a set that say they're memory foam. Now, they're not here yet. They'll arrive at some point today. So I'm hoping that they're going to fit as comfortably as they say they do. But they're the style that kind of hook over your ear like that, as well as going in, so that they have more support, so it shouldn't be so much pressure on my ears. So we're hoping that'll work. And the reason why I needed a new set of Bluetooth earphones is because me and Duncan bought each other a gift, and we bought ourselves new Kindles with the Audible on them, so the new Paperwhite 10th gen. He needed a new Kindle. His one is so old, it's ridiculous. Mine is only 3-4 years old, I think, so it still worked fine, but it didn't have Audible on it, and we do like our Audible books. So instead of having to use my phone for Audible now, I'll be able to use my Kindle, which is really nice. So yeah, we've all had some really lovely little things, and my boys spoiled me rotten, which they normally do. It's lovely. But yeah, that's about all I've really got to show you. Really not a lot. I need to do a yarn. That's probably Duncan messaging me now. It is. Never mind, ignore that. I'll message him in a minute. I need to do a yarn order. I'm almost completely out of yarn. Nothing left. I had to buy more toy yarn because I used almost everything I had, and so we had to buy more and to continue doing the toys. But I haven't actually been paid from the shop yet. I've put my invoice in, I'm just waiting for the payment. It takes a little while, this is a council, you know how it goes. But once I get that, I will be doing a yarn order, so in the new year there'll probably be a yarn haul video. Might have some other craft things. I found a wholesaler that does 5D paintings, so I'm possibly going to buy some of them at some point. They got some really nice ones. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so hopefully there's going to be at least one yarn haul video at the beginning of next year. I'm hoping to do more regular videos again, but if work and study build up again, I won't be doing YouTube videos if it gets too much. I'm not stopping, and I actually have more tutorials planned. They're more longer, complicated tutorials, most of them, so it's going to take me longer to film and edit and get the blog post ready for the written pattern and all that sort of stuff. I am going to do the headband accessory tutorials. A few people have asked for them, and I know it's a bit late for the Christmas themed ones. I'm really sorry. I haven't had time. It's just been way too hectic here. But you'll have them for next year's Christmas. But I'll do more than Christmas themed ones, so hopefully you'll be able to use them throughout the year. Because there'll be bunny ear ones and dog ear ones and cat ears, as well as unicorns, and then Santa hats, elf hats, snowflakes, all that sort of stuff. I've got them all planned, I just haven't had time to film them. But hopefully, I'm sorry you keep seeing me play with my ears. My eczema, my skin is driving me mad at the moment. I think itches. The joys of having delicate skin. But yeah, there's a lot planned. It's just I have to choose what I can and can't do. This year was my year of teaching myself my limits, and my limits meant that I had to prioritise, and study and the shop have deadlines. They had to be prioritised. YouTube, as much as I love doing it, is my choice to do, and so it doesn't actually have deadlines. So it falls to the ground, and I'm sorry about that, because I appreciate all of you who do stick around and watch me. You know, I have over 2,000 subs now, so hi all the new ones who haven't seen me do one of these for a while. But still 90% of my viewers aren't actually subscribers. I think it's something like 92% of my viewers are non-subscribers. Feel free to subscribe, like my videos and all that sort of stuff that, you know, you say. I don't know, at the end of the day, if I had no subscribers, I'd still do the videos as and when I can, because I enjoy doing them. But yeah, I have to prioritise, and with my health the way it is, I can't force myself to work longer than I can physically able to do. I can't push myself through it all anymore. It was too much. To the point that there's days I had to spend the entire day in bed because I just couldn't get out of bed. It was too much. But I'm learning my limits, and I've done really well at learning my limits this year. It's been a successful year on relearning my limits. I did bite off a little more I can chew with the shop, but that's because it was a little more shock on how fast things would sell. But this is the Christmas rush. Next year that will likely slow down a little. Not too much, I hope. But we have the shop until March, paid for by the council. If it's done well enough, which fingers crossed it has, we can take it over as artisans and keep the shop running, which would be really nice. But we have to, from March onwards, we have to be able to fund that through ourselves. At the moment we do 20% to the council, but they're actually funding the paying the shop and the electric and everything. We haven't paid any of that stuff. They literally, all we pay is the 20%, and they've done everything, hired the staff and everything. So we'll have to see in March how things go, to whether the shop stays open or not. I don't know, but it's been a really good experience, and I know my stuff is good enough to sell well because it did, and that's been a real boost to my confidence. It was just a little shock to the system about how fast I needed to work to get it done, and obviously when it comes to toys, they have to meet a certain standard, so I can't just speed through. I have to make sure that I've hit every standard barrier to go through. It has to be tight enough, it has to be neat enough, it has to be sewn strong enough, it has to have the labels on them, it has to be with the right yarn and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, there's only so fast you can work and make sure it's high enough quality to pass the safety testing. But I'm hoping to be able to do more than just my toys in that shop once we get better display systems sorted out, because it was a very last minute rush to get it open because a few things went wrong. But you know, I'm enjoying it. It's just meant that this has fallen to the wayside a little, but hopefully New Year it will be back a little bit more. Obviously over the summer next year I have my uni break, like most people, we break up for the summer, so I'll be able to knock out more videos then, but up until June I still have uni, so there may still be gaps in my videos. But I know most of you don't mind. I'm guessing a few of you do, because I lost a few subscribers, but I've gained so many more, I'm not really bothered. You know, we all subscribe to people and unsubscribe to them all the time, depending on the time. I mean, I barely watch YouTube at the moment. I'm so far behind on everyone's videos, and I'm so sorry about that. I don't have time, so I've watched the odd video every so often, and I've tried to comment on some of them, but I haven't managed all of them. Especially with Vlogmas, there's too many for me to keep up with. It can't happen. Sorry, gotta have a drink. My throat hurts. I'm trying to be a really good girl this year and not eat much. Nausea has really helped with that, so I'm not eating hardly anything at all. Still not lost any weight, even though my calories are actually really badly low. I need to up them a little. But I'm sat here, and you can't see, but I will show you, with these in front of me. Because I have the bowl on the table for anyone who comes in to help themselves. And they're just staring at me. But I'm thinking, no, mustn't eat them. But they're there. Now, actually, for a chocoholic, I've had surprisingly low chocolate. I have a selection box up there I've had one thing from. Because I just don't eat it at the moment. Food to me at the moment is very, it's not that it tastes bad. Some of it tastes bad to me, even though I used to love it. I eat because I have to eat, not because I want to eat. So I'm usually only eating small lunch and a small dinner, because anything more than that's too much for me. Like I have a waffle and a fried egg, which I know is not vegan, but I need the protein and things that the egg gives me. And I can be full up after just that, which is ridiculous because I used to eat a lot more. But you know, that's just the way my body works. There are going months where I barely eat anything, and then months where I really want food. Though I do control it and don't eat past a sensible calorie amount on those days, but those days are getting few and far between. It's more likely that I just don't want food. And yet, I still don't lose any weight. Who knows? But oh well, I'm not going to complain about my weight. This year has been a bust to lose weight. I haven't lost any. And I know it's not because of my eating habits, because I've barely eaten anything all year. And I play Beat Saber, so I'm exercising. That's something I've discovered. Beat Saber, because it's virtual reality, and it, you know, your mind kind of gets sucked into there, you're in there. It distracts me so much with the blocks coming at you and the music and everything, that I can exercise on there, and I don't feel the pain when I'm exercising, so I can do a lot more. The second I come out of it, it's kind of taken off me and collapsed on the daybed because the pain kind of goes. But it's worth it. It means I can enjoy myself and get a good amount of exercise in, and then just spend the rest of the day recovering, crocheting and things after I've done it. Or sometimes I'll go and get a bath straight away so that my body can recover with the heat and all that sort of stuff. But it means I'm exercising, and that's good. I'm still not able to go too far. I'm still getting too tired. I'm still having to use the wheelchair when I go out because I don't have the energy. The other week I used my crutches to go around Tesco's, and that was it. I couldn't do anything else. I was just worn out. And we didn't do the whole of Tesco's. We just went to a couple of places to get what we needed, and it was too much for me. So, but you know, a little bit each time, and hopefully it will get better as I go. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? I've talked so long that the battery on my camera's dropped a bar. I have no idea how long I've been chatting for because I can't see a time thing on here. So if I bored the hell out of you, I'm really sorry. But you know, it's been a while since I've seen you all, and I missed you all. I know my place probably looks like it's not very well decorated. That is a little silver tree, Christmas tree there, you probably can't see. And my Christmas tree is actually in front of me there. And so are the Christmas lights and things. I filmed this way so none of that distracted and played havoc with the focus. So I do have Christmas decorations up. Not a lot of them because we don't put a lot out. I can't deal with the clutter. A tree and a few lights floating around, you know, that's enough for me. That's all I need. I have beads on the side of here which you can't see. I might be able to turn the camera a little. There you go, I've got my poinsettia, and then there's red beads along there. I don't know if you can see that. I still have my Halloween wreath there. That's been up for 2 years now. I don't take it down. It gives a bit of bright colour in this room of no colour. But yeah, I'm going to go and stop boring you all to death. And I hope that I can do more of these, but I'm not going to promise to do more of them because I have to prioritise. But I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, a fabulous New Year. Let me know if you're doing anything that fun. You can put it in the comments, or I'm Sonia_Jones_crafts on Instagram. Sonia Al Jones, I think it is, on Twitter, though if you just put Sonia Jones Crafts in, you usually find me. Facebook page is Sonia Jones Crafts, and Facebook group is Sonia Jones YouTube group, and then TikTok is also Sonia Jones Crafts. So you can find me on any of them. I love to see all your work, so feel free to share any of it. I love seeing what you all make, whether it's my patterns or not. It can be any pattern, any kind of craft. I just love seeing it all, so do share. I am guilty of not posting a lot in the group at the moment, and I'm really sorry about that. But maybe if you all post more, it might remind me to post more. But I'd love to hear from all of you, because I do miss you all. Thank you, Cindy. She actually messaged and checked in on me again. It's really nice to hear that some people do miss me. And Jo, she's commented a few times, so I've had a chat with her, and her lovely dogs. They're so cute. I like dogs from a distance, just not up close. But Jo's been working on some awesome toys, little monster ones from... I can't remember the name of the book. I can't make any of them because it says in the book you're not allowed to sell the toys that you make from them, and I don't have anyone to give them to because most of my nieces and nephews and my kids are all grown up now. They don't want cuddly toys. But I'm living through Jo. I'm seeing all the wonderful ones she's making. They're so cool. So if you want to see any of them, do check out my Facebook group for YouTube. She's on there and she shows some really awesome stuff. But yeah, I'm on most of the social media sites. You can find me. I am on Twitch. I don't get how that works. I joined up years ago to follow the Art Sherpa when she was doing live streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. And that's the only thing I used it for. I don't understand it. I know there are other crafters on there somewhere. I don't know how to work it, so you could always tell me. One day I might try streaming from there. I don't know. I don't get it. My channel will have a few more different non-craft related things coming up on it, purely because I enjoy other things, not just crafts. I've just got a bunch of new computer games on the Steam sale. They're puzzly games, and so I'm probably going to put a few of me playing them on there just for watching and relaxing, just having fun, solving puzzles. So if you like that, stick around for them. If you don't, just skip past them. There will be more craft ones after. I'm not turning into a gaming channel or anything. I just want to feel like I can do more of what I like on my channel, and not just be crafts. And the TikTok stuff that I do will eventually be put together into a longer video and go on to my YouTube channel. Some of them are stuff that I've already done, tutorials I've done on my YouTube channel that have been condensed down to go on TikTok. But there's things like Spirograph. I just have fun with Spirograph. They're on there, so at some point I'll put them on YouTube. But you know, I'm just trying to have more fun with my life and be more me this year. And I feel like I've done that. And so next year is just going to be more of me being me. Right, I really am going to go this time. I'll leave you all alone. I'm so sorry for keeping you and boring you all to death. You all take care, and hopefully I will see you all really soon. Bye.